Jingity jing, silent pistol shot, Luigi Mangione.
That's good.
Oh,
The Italian Christmas assassin. La la
Oh,
la 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 la.
You have no balls if you don't do that on the show.
He's not even got it recording either.
We have at least one thing recording.
Oh, shit.
What is that?
Oh, God damn it.
You're having a hard fucking time, aren't you?
What happened?
I got a mouthful of fuzz. Look at it, stuck it. Look at that. On the end of the cigar. Damn it,
This
boy.
was not thought out well.
We got the best podcast.
Best podcast. Beautiful podcast. It's wonderful.
We have a black guy.
One of my favorite black guys. Best black guy I know, in fact. One of the good ones. Some might say one of the good ones.
Oh, fuck.
He'd fucking say that, too. That's what makes it funny. You'd say it, and there'd be no hesitation. You'd see someone behind him going,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
talk about Arnold Palmer's cock. Talk about Arnold Palmer's cock for 10 minutes. Please change the subject.
Oh, that's radio gold. From the Ugly Parrot Studios in Newcastle, California, the Loom Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. I am back. I truly appreciate what you said at the
About
beginning of
damn
the last
time.
one. Shut up. He just keeps talking.
You know, you can be replaced.
Okay. Hey there, Scott Robinson with you for another episode of Beyond the Humidor. I want to start this off with some fan mail. Fan mail to me.
Oh, Christ.
So
no.
please sit back, pour a glass of cognac.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Let's clarify.
Yes.
Did this fan mail come through the proper Beyond the Humidor channels?
Negative.
No, it did not. It was back channeled directly to my email address. So this is going to be fascinating. And I like to share this email.
I smell a fraud.
Go ahead. No. I want to share, and I'm going to provide commentary for this email, but I'm going to leave certain things out in protection of the innocent, or just so I don't burn any bridges. Let's just say I received an email, from my former employer. And it starts out with, "Hello. Hope you are doing well. We're reaching out to reconnect with former blank managers like yourself to gauge your interest in potentially rejoining us as a contracted worker should the need for short-term technician support arise in the future. Your skills and dedication greatly contributed to our success, and we would love to know if you would be open to exploring contract opportunities with us down the line. I would rather put my nuts in a wood chipper and put vinegar in afterwards." Let's see.
That was kind of intense there, Mr. Robinson. You doing all right?
No, your skills and commitment have always driven our success. That's why we booted you out and treated you like shit for the year before you left. And we're committed to recognizing your efforts with competitive compensation.
We're committed to doing the same goddamn thing again should you come along and
If you might be interested in being contacted about potential future opportunities, please take a moment to complete this short form. Thank you for considering the possibility. We look forward to hearing from you. Best, blankety blank blank. I'm a bigger person. I'm a decent person. And I try not to be petty in my life's travels. So I opted not to fill out the short form. But I will say this on this podcast. You can take a flying fuck and go piss on a rope. The end of my fan mail. How is everyone doing this fine Christmas season? I'm doing terrific. Gorilla in the gorilla enclosure.
Hello.
Hey, love to Harambe. Gorilla, how's it going?
I feel like you need to just say it, Scott. You don't love me. You love the thought of Harambe, and you're projecting it onto me. You don't say hi, gorilla, period. You say hi, gorilla, respect to this better gorilla. And it hurts. It hurts that I'm not the number one gorilla in your life. But I'm doing good despite it all.
But you are the number one gorilla.
You ain't saving it now.
I'm good.
Because he's not here, and you are here. And the spirit of Harambe lives through you. It's like the Lion King.
No.
Yeah, throw a
No.
picture of Harambe up behind you at this point.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
That was amazing.
Look, you grenaded both engines. It's going down.
Fuck it.
Good luck landing in the Hudson, sir. Oh, God.
Gregory, how the hell are you?
Doing okay. Got some more fan mail. It's slightly less negative.
That's not negative.
But
That was
nonetheless,
very
we
positive.
have fan mail.
That was positive. I think that was empowering and positive, and I wasn't petty at all. I was just being clear and concise and honest.
You know, to avoid the Beaver break, I will avoid the thought that just went through my head.
What's a Beaver break?
Yeah.
A Beaver break.
Dude.
How much whiskey have you had, sir?
Clearly not enough. Speaking of,
Pass the eyedropper.
yeah. But no, it was nice to do our yearly holiday show with you two gents and Anthony over there, and here we go.
Anthony, get your head off the microphone.
Larry, how goes it, man?
Good, man. Just, in the Christmas spirit, as it were.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down to one glove, however. I was afraid to light the other one on fire.
Oh, the Michael Jackson, huh?
Ooh, stop it, you savage.
Oh, God. Hey, I just want to say to the three of you, thank you for reorganizing the schedule so that I could be on this show. Because I'm a big, giant pussy when it comes to dentist, I've got to be higher than high to go. So the last one, I think that was the one where I got the tooth pulled, where, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wasn't on that podcast because I was high on Goopenthal.
What?
Benzodiazepam. Just a fun little name for benzodiazepam.
Mm.
And tomorrow, I have to go for another procedure, so I'm going to be high as fuck tomorrow. It's going to be terrific.
Hoof and mouth, round 2.
Oh, yeah. I love modern pharmacology.
That's good, because there's no such thing as modern dentistry.
Exactly.
All right.
All right. So where are we going with this wild pony ride?
Let's talk our return mail from last week's episode first.
All right.
It's from Nathan once again.
Oh, by the way, fine episode, last episode.
Thank you.
Truly enjoyed it in my going in and out. It was wonderful. Good
Bitch,
job.
you probably only saw a third of the episode.
Why would you say that?
Going in and out on your magical unicorn with glitter farts from your medication. Mm-hmm. So Nathan in Texas says, I love full-flavored cigars and usually lean toward Maduros and a larger ring-size cigar. Could you recommend some cigars that I can seek out? Some of my favorites are LFD Chisels, Rocky Patel Sun-Grown Maduro, Man of War Skull Crusher, and more recently, the blackened M81 Maduro. I really want to try some of those apostate cigars, but nobody carries them. Dude, I'll tell you this, Nathan. Your local brick and mortars, start hammering these guys to contact Brandon Overson from Apostate. He'll get them into those shops if they want to become Apostate vendors. Thanks in advance for the recommendations. May y'all have a very Merry Christmas. Nathan in Texas. P.S. Also wondering what offended y'all the most, the hazelnut or the latte part of my coffee order? It was the hazelnut.
It's a toss-up, buddy.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Which I'm dual drinking this morning. I have the
Me too.
I have a little coffee going, black coffee, no hazelnut. But yeah, I mean, you do you, bud.
Mine's French vanilla, so.
Stop it, you savage.
So
can we offer a couple of cigars up for him to try? What?
Yeah, he's looking for recommendations on more full flavored.
Okay. If your brick and mortar has Christoph,
Oh yeah.
there's quite a few that you could look at in the Christoph line. They have a triple Maduro that might take you a couple of times around to get that one down. That's a heavy Maduro. It is a great cigar, but do eat something before you have that. The Guardrail,
Yep.
from Christoph, the Vengeance from Christoph, all great cigars.
Don't forget the Pissed Off.
Pissed Off Christoph, yes. Camacho puts out a nice Maduro. You mentioned a Rocky Patel.
What do you think about
Rocky-
maybe a Fuente Diamond Crown?
I did not have the Diamond Crown and Maduro yet.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I've only had the lighter Diamond Crowns. So I can't really speak on that one. As far as the Diamond Crown, the two that I've had are amazing.
Yeah.
I have yet to have a cigar that I did not like from Fuente. So if you see something from Fuente in a Maduro, would be definitely worth a try. I'm trying to think what else. Rocky Patel's Edge line. That's a pretty smooth Maduro as well. Gorilla, you got anything Maduro-wise?
I don't smoke Maduros typically unless it's something you guys recommend for the Gorilla's palate.
Okay.
So
Well, Fuente does a good job on their Maduros too. The other one that I would take a look at, and it might be difficult for you to find, Nathan, is the 1502 Blue Sapphire by Global Premium Cigars.
Yeah.
It's a great Maduro.
Room 101
Yeah.
puts out a couple of really good Maduros. And
CLE.
CLE.
CLE does a great
Oh,
Maduro.
And
the Pandemonium Maduro from
and
CLE.
Yes.
Adventura is another.
Oh, you're not going to find Adventuras, are you?
Yeah. Those are kind of out of stock because of a warehouse fire down.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but it's going to be a minute before things are back up to where they were, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait a few. I'm excited for when those come back because I will stock up.
Oh man, yeah, that's some great stuff.
Oh, man.
What are we drinking today, Gregory?
So we've got a bottle of, Mr. Robinson, would you be so kind?
Of course.
It is the Weller Original Wheated Bourbon Special Reserve Green Label, and that's about all I know about it. This basically was recommended by my liquor manager from my place of employment. Said, hey, Greg, based on your cigar choices and your bourbon preferences, what little of the bourbon that I do drink, because I'm normally, if I do drink hard liquor, it's Scotch. He said, I want you to try this one. It's a reasonable bottle. I think I paid $24 for each bottle. The downside is to it, it's Weller. They're hard to get. I mean, we got a dozen bottles of it in when I bought two, and I haven't seen any come in since. So, it's just a nice, smooth, and I was surprised. It's the first time I tried it was today on the show, and it was just such a nice, smooth bourbon that it's definitely one that I'm going to have to get more of when I find it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. If that comes back in, I definitely want a bottle of that.
Talk about the price point.
I think it was $24.
Yeah, that's incredibly smooth
Yes.
for where we're at, price-wise. And it's pairing extremely well with what we're smoking today. I just got back from Las Vegas. Last weekend, we traveled out for the George Strait concert at Allegiant Stadium and made a couple of stops at cigar lounges, one of which I've been to, before, which is Casa Fuente. Also went to the 8 Lounge, very nice lounge. And then on Scott's recommendation, I stopped by the Las Vegas Cigar Outlet and spent quite a bit of time perusing with Jacob and Roger. And once I let Roger know what we were doing and what was going on, he was gracious enough to provide us with these 4 cigars that we're smoking today. This is from their house line, so no box, no band. He has a fairly extensive house line, and he has the largest humidor in Las Vegas. He's on Sahara Avenue there. Has a good online presence. The Gorilla will put up the email and stuff and the phone number and all that.
I'm just going to
stuff.
hold his business card way far away from my camera and make people read it.
There you go. What we have here is a Habano and Mexican San Andreas, which hits 2 of my high points on Cigar Leaf to begin with.
Oh, it's terrific.
So I think each one of us lit this at a different point. I was the first one to light it, and Scott just lit it. Gorilla was a couple minutes ago. Greg was a couple minutes ahead of him, I think.
I started the show with it.
Roger, this thing is off the hook. Super creamy. What would you guys say? Is this 54, 60? What are you thinking ring gauge on this? 'Cause I forgot to ask him.
On that note, it's probably,
we
I would
have
say
a
it's
way
a
to find
52. But hold on a second. I must leave the camera angle for a minute.
I thought right after we started recording.
Yeah, I should have thought this better.
Continue.
Okay.
So this is, oh, look at this. Oh, wait till you see this, folks. Gregory's such a wonderful human being.
No, Gregory's not a wonderful human being. Gregory's an asshole. Get it right. Okay. Santa sent us a present.
The Santa?
So the Santa sent us a present.
Oh, my.
Oh, look at this. Okay, let's see here. I don't normally stick random things in there, but
Let the dick jokes ensue.
56?
we're above that.
57?
It's got to be a 58 to a 60.
58 to 60. I'm saying 60 ring gauge.
I'm thinking so.
So
I'd see, Greg. I told you that this thing didn't have enough girth measurements.
No, you're right. It did
God
not.
damn it.
We were
Creepy.
right. You were right.
Jesus, you guys are killing it.
Very,
But,
very ambitious on the length measurements, though.
Yeah. Well, the card is black.
Side note, I do want to say thank you, Santa. And I pointed out to
Yes.
Greg when he showed these to me, they're made of something that will not get fucked up in a humidor, so you can store it next to your cigars.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
It's made out of like a styrene or something.
But yeah, Roger, I really appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Roger.
Sending us these, and this is a really nice stick. I did pick up a couple of the other samples in his line, his shop line there.
Yeah.
Greg's got 3 different Lanceros that I brought for him, and we've also got something. I picked up something that I believe Jacob told me would be close to a Liga number 9. So I'm looking forward to smoking that one as well. But yeah, I'm curious as what your thoughts are on this, guys. This is super
fantastic. I've got some Robustos sitting in my humidor. I'm no longer in an old Mother Hubbard situation. I stocked up over at Las Vegas Cigar Outlet. Thank you so much, Roger.
And now you were there about a week ahead of me, right?
Yeah,
Scott?
I was there a week ahead of you.
Okay.
So I popped in and restocked my humidor. And I picked up some of these in Robusto. I haven't smoked them yet, but, if this is any indication, good
Gorilla.
times.
Clearly, we need to make a road trip to Las Vegas, Gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
Greg, what are you thinking so far?
So far, I mean, first of all, I want to say it does pair great with the Weller.
Yes, it does.
The really smooth cigar and the really smooth whiskey, they go great together. They're not competing with each other, so it works out real well. I am really surprised with that San Andreas binder and filler in there. I was expecting a little bit more power, but it's so creamy and so smooth. It's been aged properly. It's rolled correctly. I mean, this rivals For a house stick, this rivals most premium brands that we get. So, Roger, good job, man.
I don't know if they want to call this a house stick. I mean, it's so
I don't know
good.
if I could either.
Yeah, no, this is really amazing. I love Habano. I really enjoy San Andreas, and I think this is probably the best pairing of those two. What do you? It's the hat, isn't
The
it?
Grinch hat's killing me.
I think this is probably the best pairing of these two leaves that I've ever had. Just super smooth, drawing a incredible amount of smoke through this
Oh,
thing.
I know.
And yeah, Roger, I'm going to have to reach out to you via email, see how we can get a few more of these, because this is a really nice cigar.
Yes, it is.
And we'll throw up, like I said, we'll throw up all the information for Las Vegas Cigar Outlet. Please contact Roger and Jacob.
Yes.
I mean, when you said House Lanceros, I was like, ooh.
Well, and that, I think, I'm trying to remember, and why I didn't get my phone out and take a picture of his house sticks display.
Oh, yeah, and a picture of them with the tobacco leaf.
Well, just the display he has is probably 4 feet wide. It's
more like over
it's,
6.
It's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And there's about 6 or 7 rows of just there's just, if he doesn't have something in that house stick section that fits your palate, then you don't need to be smoking cigars. And he can describe minutely every detail of every one of those cigars. And we had a lot of fun. Sherry and I were there, I don't know, probably an hour.
Oh, wow.
Wandering around and inside. I picked up the latest Don Doroteo from there. They have a really extensive humidor, a great selection, a lot of stuff that I haven't seen before, a lot of stuff I haven't seen in a long time. So yeah, just if you're a cigar smoker, you're spending any time at all in Vegas, it's about a 8-minute trip.
It's about a mile, maybe less than a mile from the Strat on Sahara.
And definitely worth stopping by.
Yeah.
We will be there every visit to Las Vegas now. You're stuck with us, Roger.
Oh, yeah. I've been there twice this year already.
There we go.
Next year I plan to be out there either in January or February, so I will be making another stop there. Speaking of which, as Larry said, I was there the week before, saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra and Shania Twain, and hit a couple of lounges similar to yours. But I didn't make the 8 lounge because I was there earlier in June. And it's a nice lounge. Make no mistake about it. It is really, really nice. I just went on a bad night because I think Mayweather was going to show up. So it was pretty crowded, no seating, everything's reserved. And, I wasn't loving the vibe so much because it was just kind of like just busy, crowded kind of stuff. It's like, when I go to smoke a cigar, I want to relax. I want to sit down and relax. I don't want to be around so much noise.
If you're headed to an event, if you've planned for that kind of event, you're kind of ready for it. That's like going to one of the events down at Stogie's or the events they used to have here at Tobacco Republic. You're expecting it to be packed, loud, crazy, and no, I get you. That was not the vibe I would have been looking for too. Some things have changed this year in the Las Vegas cigar scene. Since we were out there, a couple years ago for PCA. Casa Fuente, which is in Caesars, which is one of my favorite places to go.
Oh, yeah.
You can
favorite.
You can no longer smoke on the patio at Casa Fuente, which I found out this trip. That's the 3rd time in 21 years that they've pulled the smoking on the patio, and Casa Fuente's done. When their lease is up, they are actively looking to move Casa Fuente to a different spot on the Strip.
Yeah, I'm very, very hopeful they don't just shutter, but
No, what they told us when we were there is they have absolutely no thought of just closing it up. They are actively looking for another spot. And we'll deal with where they're at now until something else can be obtained.
yeah, which is a little I would say ironic, just because you've got the Monte Cristo Cigar Lounge and Caesars within the main casino, and then at the Forum Shops is where Casa Fuente is. It would be nice, but I don't know if it would be kind of playing off each other if you put Casa Fuente in the main casino, if there was a spot they could find for it. Or would they just leave Caesars entirely and go somewhere else?
Honestly, if I were in their position, Caesars is fucked with it 3+ times.
Good point.
I'd leave screw Caesars. I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I didn't ask that question directly, but that's kind of what I got out of it. Is they're exploring other casino opportunities, and Scott mentioned the other one that is in Caesars is the Monte Cristo. Also a really nice lounge, pretty kickback, pretty relaxing. They have kind of a divided lounge with a front and a back, but TVs, full bar, great food. Food's pretty reasonably priced as well. Decent sized humidor. I pulled a classic Monte Cristo for that adventure, and we sat there and watched the first half of the Chargers game that we will discuss no further.
Did the Chiefs beat the Chargers? Wait, was it the Chiefs? Chargers?
Yes.
Oh, good. That means
with-
our guest for the MASH podcast next
with-
week will be in a good mood. That's
with
good.
1 second
Yeah.
on the clock,
I saw
the
that.
Chiefs kicked a field goal that hit the goddamned upright and fell inside the upright.
It's like boink.
If it would have gone 3 inches,
It would have cleared and not been a.
no, if it would have been 3 inches, it would have to the left. It would have bounced off. If it
But
had
it
been 3
bounced
inches,
in.
it hit and careened in. Jesus Christ!
That's one of those things where you just look and go. I mean, yeah.
Fucking miserable experience.
I mean, like you can't argue. Like, well, it hit the upright. Like, well, did it go in?
So, but yeah, we had a good trip. We drove out there, so and I know Scott and Sue flew. But,
Damn right.
but we drove. Couple other places I got to mention real quick. Bobby Flay's place, right there on the Strip, and then
I didn't know you guys went there.
And then
Was it Mesa Grill?
No, I'm trying to think what the. God, what was the other one?
Gato?
No. I'll come back to the place we had appetizers 2 different times. Oh, Guy Fieri's, right on the Strip. Super good place. It's got a patio too, so it's kind of cool. But on our way back, this is definitely worth mentioning. We did kind of a long horseshoe turn. We went all the way down and came through Palmdale, Lancaster.
You were on the 14, weren't you?
Yeah, to come back up to the 58 across Bakersfield and up.
And was that an intentional diversion?
Not
or was,
necessarily.
That was the shitty signage in Las Vegas diversion?
Well, if you're going out from Bakersfield, the signage is 58 all the way to the 15. Okay, coming back, that's not the case. The only sign that you see that has anything to do with a 58 turnoff is Old 58, which takes you through town.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm like, I don't want to go through town. So I motored right by it. Apparently, you have to take that old 58 to get to the turnoff to the regular 58.
Yes, you
but
do.
there's no fucking signs that say that. I'm smoking a cigar, Miss Daisy's on her tablet, we're doing, and I'm just trucking along. We're having a great time, do. And I see the sign that says San Bernardino, 42 miles. And I'm like, I think we screwed the pooch.
You're in
here.
the baggage claim at LAX going, I don't think this is where we're supposed
Yeah. So, I mean, it was not a huge deal. We took the cutoff, 138, went up, and we're coming into Palmdale, and Miss Daisy's hungry. So she's looking through, and so am I, to be honest. So she's got her phone out, and she says, there's not a lot of options in Palmdale. I'm like, yeah, well, no shit. I said, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's probably not going to be a lot of options in Lancaster either. And as I say that, we're coming down the hill. It's like, holy shit, Lancaster's gotten a lot bigger. I've been out there since I was a kid, right?
Oh, you haven't?
No.
So you're talking like you were there early 80s when there was nothing there.
Nothing.
Oh, shit, yeah, oh, God, yeah.
So she pulls up, she says, here's a brewery that has food. Well, perfect. How do we get there? So we end up at Bravery Brewing Company in Lancaster. I don't know why any of the listeners would happen to be in Lancaster, but if you are
You
anywhere,
get lost and you end up in Lancaster.
Yeah, if you're anywhere in the vicinity and enjoy craft beer, definitely worth a stop. It started 12 years ago. One of the founding owners was Arlie Army. It is huge military memorabilia.
Oh,
the
awesome.
beer, the place, the vibe is amazing.
I would imagine the entire demographic of this podcast is aware of who Arlie Ermy is, but if somehow
Yes.
you aren't, this is the gunnery sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, and how I first was introduced to him was his show on History Channel.
Mail call.
That was just him screaming and shooting guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also genuinely giving good, like, historical
Yes.
military history.
I love that program when he did that.
But the beers are off the hook. The vibe is super cool, and some of the best pizza I've ever had out of this place.
Okay,
So,
I'll tell you, in Vegas at the Park MGM, when you first go in there, it's like an Italian marketplace, and they've got a restaurant, La Pizza La Pasta. You want to talk about some fantastic pizza? It was so good, we went there twice.
there you go.
Just delicious pizza. I mean, and cool vibe. I mean, amazing. They did a mozzarella and tomato deal that Sue had. The mozzarella was fresh. I mean, it was just wow.
That's cool.
That's good eating. So if you're in Vegas, drop by the Park MGM. They've got like all these little, what would you call them? Shit, it's like a food court. There you go. It's like an Italian food court. And then they have La Pizza La Pasta. They have a really cool bar, like outside bar. And then they have all these little food courts with sandwiches, pizzas, and desserts. They have like a little Italian market in there. It's a good time. And then even in Park MGM, when we went through the casino and we went to another bar, they made a hella good Caipirinha. And understand, I was drinking Caipirinhas through the entire freaking trip.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. But Fuente Lounge has the best Caipirinha ever with that. What is it? It's like a Tabasco-infused Grand Marnier that they put into it. Oh, it's like they can't go. When they told me that their lease was up in October, it's like, you guys can't go.
Well, the nice thing I think for them saying the hell with Caesars is they can get a bigger space. Their Humidors, the business itself is pretty small. It's shoehorned into Caesars.
Well, yeah.
So, hopefully they find a space where they can really spread out and expand, because you're right. It's one of the best places in Las Vegas to smoke, in my opinion.
Yep, absolutely. Speaking of smoking, we got to circle back on this cigar, guys.
Oh, let's do.
If you've been watching this on YouTube, I think you can say that this is putting out some of the best smoke, anything we've smoked, and probably in the last 5 or 6 episodes at least.
Very well constructed.
And for me, it's just, I just come back to, for it being a Habano wrapper and a San Andreas binder filler, it's so smooth.
Yeah, it's
I don't even know if I'd put this on a medium category. I almost think it's a mild to mild to low medium.
yeah. Yeah, I could go
Yeah,
along
I
with
could
that.
work with it.
But yeah, it's the burn is amazing.
Yes.
The creaminess is just been consistent through the whole stick. I'm a little over halfway through it, I think.
My question is, does this blend come in other sizes?
I don't know. I will have to reach out to Roger and ask that.
I think I have this in Robusta.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on
This
that.
in Robusta would be the Gorilla's preferred.
Your go-to?
I don't the cigar's fantastic. Size-wise, it's bigger than I typically smoke and enjoy. Again, it's just a preference. If it were like 4 or 5 ring gauges smaller, that would be we're at a 99 out of 100. A Robusto size one would be perfect.
I'm thinking, since we have such a shitty producer for this show, I'm thinking we need to get them busy and reaching out to Roger about a guest spot.
Yeah, that would be nice to get him on via StreamYard or something.
Yeah.
I'd love to have that. Roger, if you're hope you're open to that.
Well, you're getting an email regardless.
Yeah, well, I'm going to shoot you an email the first of the week, which, because this comes out a week later, you'll get the email before you see this. But, yeah, I really appreciate all your help while I was there, and thank you again for a fantastic cigar. Fantastic. I look forward to smoking a couple of the other things that I got from you from your house line. If they're half as good as this, they're going to be amazing.
Yeah. And the one thing I love about that place, they have Cavaliers. I stocked up on fucking Cavaliers when I was there. Oh, man.
Yeah, they got a ton of Perdomo stuff, too.
Yes, they do. I got a whole bunch of Perdomo, too.
God, I hope I don't butcher this. Jacob was telling us, Jacob, I'm sorry if I screw this up, a 30-year?
The Perdomo 30?
30th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he said is going to be out in a matter of a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
If I blew that, I'm sorry. But I'm almost positive he said it was a 30-year. That we were far enough into the adventure that I was kind of overwhelmed at that point with some of the stuff that they have.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Greg, they have a Lancero wall down there that I don't think you could smoke through that. If you were smoking 2 Lanceros a day, I think it'd take you 6 months to smoke through everything they have.
Challenge accepted. Let's go.
And everything in Lancero. They have a ton of stuff. So, again, a must stop if you're in Las Vegas, cigar smokers. What else we got, guys?
Well, let's talk some news.
Well, hang on. Before we get off the Las Vegas, Gorilla has a couple questions, couple thoughts. Number one, to answer a question that Will asked when we were doing our little test thing Saturday night, you guys finding Bravery Brewery, that is the answer to why I'm not flying to Kansas. Because had you flown to Las Vegas, you would never have known that was there.
Yeah.
That is why I'm willing to take 9 days and drive out to Kansas and back, because it's like you don't get to run into the cool, weird little local shit like that.
That's nice.
So.
No, them bougie people that always like to fly everywhere,
All right,
Yeah,
so
I gotta do
Scott's
something-
going to be paying for the Gorillas Sacramento to Salinas Regional Airport ticket. Thank you, Scott, for volunteering.
Delta doesn't fly there. Sorry.
That's where you're very wrong.
Don't think the gorilla didn't look this up, dude.
They also fly to Kansas City and Wichita and Topeka, so thank you. The Gorillas airfare has been paid for. So my other question, we talked about the cigars and the food. How is George Strait?
Okay. Here we go.
Let me
boy.
clarify my question. How was George? Specifically George.
Honestly, the concert was amazing. The music was great. we've seen George. Sherry and I have seen George Strait before. At a smaller venue. We saw him here at years and years ago at Arco Arena in Sacramento. The music was fantastic. Little Big Town opened.
Chris Stapleton.
Yes, thank you. Chris Stapleton came on after, and then King George.
This was at this year's show.
This is this year's show.
Okay, and the first time you saw him, it was Josh Turner.
It was
right?
Josh Turner, and that was long enough ago that nobody knew who Josh Turner was. Number one, it was also long enough ago that you weren't able to Google crap from your phone. So I guarantee you, after that concert at Arco Arena, every woman over the age of 12 the next day was on Google on their computer trying to figure out who the hell Josh Turner was, because he killed it. He came out with that deep voice and killed it. Again, the music was fantastic. The concert was at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, which is too big for a concert. It's too big a venue. The sound was a little goofy. You're in such a large venue that there's not a lot of great seats to see the stage. I mean, you can see the stage I from any of the seats, but
You're a quarter mile away.
yeah, you're a quarter of a mile away, and again, it's a half a trillion people, $22 beers. That part of it's a little rough, but even that being said, we had a fantastic time. Glad we did it. Yeah, it was super cool. It's a little hectic. A lot of construction going on around the Strip in Las Vegas. There was still some stuff up from the F1 race.
Oh, yeah.
So whether you drive, fly, Christmas donkey, however you get to Las Vegas, plan on Ubering.
Yes.
Or taxis.
I was going to say,
Because
Uber.
it's a pain in the ass.
Didn't you just throw $80 at a cab
No,
driver? He's like, I will drive on sidewalks for you.
And that's the thing. We took a cab, a regular cab from the hotel to Allegiant Stadium. And here's one thing I will say that Allegiant Stadium has figured out. It doesn't matter what direction you're coming from, what part of Allegiant Stadium you are trying to get to. If you are in a taxi cab, you are dropped off, picked up at this point right here. If you are in an Uber, here, Lyft, here, shuttle bus from a resort, here, there's no exception, and they don't put up with any bullshit. So we got let out. The cabbie let us out along the road along the back of Allegiant Stadium. So it was about a block and a half maybe. That way, he didn't get stuck in all that mess coming through. He could go get another fare. I'm fine with that. We'll walk. We were early. We come out after the concert, and in the taxi cab pickup area, there was, no joke, 5,000 people. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So we walked about 2.5 blocks northwest of the stadium to a Chevron station on the corner, and there was probably 35, 40 people trying to get Ubers, Lyfts, all that good stuff. There were, at the back of the station, they were trying to put a bunch of drunks in a giant four-wheel drive stretched suburban limousine that literally had monster truck tires on it. The thing, I could walk under it. That's how tall this thing was. And trying to get a bunch of drunks into that was
only
fun
in
to watch.
Vegas.
That was fun to watch. But a cab pulls through and kind of through the pump area of the Chevron. A couple of girls run up. They talk to the cabbie. They get in the cab. My wife's like, how are we going to get a cab? Come on. So we walk out to the sidewalk, and I'm gonna flag us down a cab, right? Literally the first taxi, we hadn't even got to where I wanted to be standing. This guy pulls up in a cab. I go, hey, so where are you going? Harrah's. And he kind of looked at me like, yeah, fuck. I go, I'm paying cash. Get in. So we get in, and he goes about 40 yards down to the back entrance of this. Now, we're headed facing north, but we need to be facing south. We need to go back down to the other end of the strip.
All right.
Traffic has backed up at the stoplight there at that Chevron past the exit. So this guy, he hits the street, foot all the way down on the gas, and does a 5-lane U-turn when he gets past the backed up traffic. I look over at Sherry and I'm like, this is our cabbie. There is no long route. There is no, he knows what he's making because he told me $60. Oh, okay. There's no long route. This guy is going to get us back to the hotel if he has to drive on the sidewalk. And we were back at the hotel, lickety-split, and here you go.
Nice.
I'm just imagining the opening scene from Baby Driver.
Yeah.
The car goes completely the other way. I go, all right, I guess we're doing this.
But, yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is – I'm not a huge fan of going to Vegas. It's loud, it's crowded, it's dirty.
Well, and I think you said the other night at the shop, there's like 4 or 5 things that aren't the standard walk down the strip and see the usual bullshit that you might want to go do. Like, I think you said you guys went to the Bellagio, saw their Christmas setup, and then like there's the Mob Museum, there's that place that lets you like that range that has every gun known to man.
Yeah.
That and you can drive a tank and shit. That's kind of a cool spot to go visit, I've been told. But other than some of those little niche, cool, out of the way things,
yeah,
like why the fuck would you go to Vegas?
There's plenty of unless you're going for a specific event, like this concert. We've gone for PCA. If you're in Las Vegas, close to any holiday, I don't care what it is, go to the Bellagio because they decorate that Arboretum area, and I'll send the gorillas some pictures. It was incredible. The Christmas display they had there was incredible. We do want to plan on going to the Mob Museum. We're going to go back to Vegas at some point, but we're going back with
You
a
got to
plan.
go to the Mob
Because
Museum.
the Mob Museum's like a whole day.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 stories is what they were telling us.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you a whole day, about half a day.
I also want to do the Neon Graveyard.
That's what we
thing.
did. We did the Neon Graveyard this time.
And then Flamingo has a 4 or 5 acre like flower garden that Miss Daisy really wants to see. She could spend half a day at that. So yeah, there is some cool stuff to do, but just Las Vegas for the sake of Las Vegas just doesn't excite me. I don't gamble. I'm one of those guys, I lose $10 and I'm freaking pissed for 15 years. So, like, we didn't even, where we were staying, we got a $20, advance if you sign up for their player's card.
Right.
Neither one of us even did that because I got no interest in sitting at a table or sitting at, a slot machine or any of that. That's not fun to me.
Yeah, I'll hit the crap table. I'll blow 100, but that's about it. Yeah. If I double my money, I'm walking away like a winner. But yeah, same thing. It's like I go out there just to do certain things. I mean, we were out there for like 7 freaking days. But then I have relatives and friends, so it wasn't like I was on the strip all the time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you gotta go with a plan. Because if all you're going to be is in a casino, in a hotel, you're going to get burned out on Las Vegas pretty quick.
Yeah, it's going to suck for you.
But yeah, we motored around, checked some stuff out, and I think we'll probably go back again at some point, like I said, and do the Mob Museum, a couple of those other things. But yeah, I mean, the food's great. It's hard to have a bad meal in Las Vegas.
Very true.
You pay for it. But it wasn't the stuff we had wasn't ridiculous. You can spend some ridiculous money for food. We looked at a couple of menus at places where steak dinner for 2 was $400 and all that, and that's
Nah, not necessary. I mean, maybe splurge on one meal. I mean, for us,
I don't know.
we had our timeshare, so what we did was, and what's great about Vegas now, they have like, little stores, drugstores have food, and Target has food. So the one timeshare we were staying at, it was basically next door is CVS, and then next to that was a Target. So I just went and picked up stuff for breakfast, and we just had breakfasts in the room and just had the kitchenette. It had, fully stocked pots and pans and everything. So I just simply, made breakfast. And I was talking to one lady in the elevator, and she was like, yeah, 4 people for Denny's was like $150.
What?
Welcome to Vegas.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
I go back to when the three of us were there for PCA in 2022. We were staying at the Venetian, and the Grand Lux Cafe or whatever it is, we did breakfast and dinner out a few nights. The food was good.
It's very good.
They were reasonably priced. I still go back. I mean, it wasn't the best steak dinner I've ever had because that was 801 Chop the last time we went to Denver. But where did we go for
we went
dinner?
to Smith and Walensky, and
Smith
it
and
was
Walensky.
pretty damn good.
It was the second best steak dinner that I've ever had, and that was great. But like you said, and it's one of the things I like about when the three of us travel. We eat like normal people, but one of the meals typically we go to somewhere really nice and have a really nice meal, and it's very, very good. It's just enjoyable.
Yeah. Now, you brought up Smith and Walensky, and that was a great meal.
Yeah.
But for me, this shows my frustration with Las Vegas because it was too crowded.
Yeah.
Take in the area we were seated, take one table out, and your guest would have had a better experience.
Yeah.
True.
Because when I'm a decent sized guy, when I have to scoot my chair forward so that the guy behind me can get up and get out,
Yeah.
and vice versa, he has to do the same thing if I need to get up and get out.
Well, that's a fucking fire hazard right there.
I don't like it. Again, the service was fantastic. The food was fantastic. It was just crowded, and it was a little loud for the atmosphere that they were trying to create, in my opinion. But,
No, there's certain restaurants where they just try to cram asses into the seat and just turn them as fast as they can. I'm willing to pay a little bit more money just for some room. Mm-hmm. So usually if I'll go to a restaurant in Vegas, if they've got ass to ass seating, it's like, nah, thanks. I'm good. I can find something with a little bit more elbow room. And they're there. You just got to find them.
So, Scott, tell me, how'd they find that many trans people in Siberia to make an orchestra? I don't get it. I don't understand. You need to explain to me.
Wow, man, wow.
In all seriousness, though, how is the? I've never been to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I would like to one day.
It'll blow your fucking mind.
Because here's the thing. I know people that are like, they're over the trans, because they hear it every fucking Christmas on the radio.
You have
to see it live.
You go live to see it, because sure, every year it's the same old thing. You see the commercials, tickets, or such and such, and it's like, yes, I've heard the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I've heard the CD. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. No. You go and sit down. It is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a fucking rock concert, complete with laser light show, fire, a girl in a bubble playing a fucking electric violin. I mean, they were going to fucking town. I mean, because, I was like, okay, cool. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Okay, I haven't seen them before. It'll be an experience. Oh, man.
Definitely got your money's worth.
Fuck yeah. When we were sitting on the floor, and just fantastic. But I do have one bitch, and it's not about the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. People, you go to a concert for the experience, to experience the concert with your own eyes. I swear to God, I actually give it up to people for concert venues that make you lock your phone in this fucking RFD case so that you don't have your phone, so you're not sitting there in the way of other people, shooting a video on your phone of the freaking concert that you're watching. I mean, a picture, sure, but people were literally recording the whole freaking thing, and it's a pain in the ass.
And it's not going to sound good on your fucking iPhone 6 speaker. No. Unless,
doing Facebook Lives, like, look here where I am.
Put the phone away, spend the $50 in the gift shop after, and get the
damn
professionally recorded video of it. Yeah,
because I guarantee you, the people who record it are not going back to their hotel room or going home, looking at it, going, "Oh, this was fantastic." Like, you were there. You could feel the shooting fire, the heat from the fire. Dude.
Yeah, grab like 2 or 3 still photos.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You know, the negative thing for you and I, Anthony, is that I too would like to see them. The negative thing about that is there is no one on this planet worth seeing at the new Golden One Arena.
Is the Golden One Arena not good?
No, because it's downtown, dead center downtown Sacramento. It's where the old Macy's used to be.
Oh, the old...
Yeah, they carved out the mall.
Yeah, Doco. And there's no good reason to go down there. San Francisco's one fucking disaster, so is Sacramento's downtown. Same disaster. So that's my problem, is if I'm going to see them, I'm going to do like Scott did. I'm going to see them in Vegas, or hell, I'll even go to a fucking war zone and see something again at Portland, because that freaking theater was very nice.
2 words, fuck that. I'm not going back to Portland. They should nuke Portland.
Easy, buddy.
Tell us where Portland hurt you.
That was something that if a little more research would have been done, and I say that kind of jokingly because Sherry literally bought the tickets pre-buy. We bought the tickets a year and a half ago for George Strait because we knew we wanted to go. If I would have known that the NFR National Finals Rodeo
that's right.
was also going on in Las Vegas at the same time, I may have opted to look and see where earlier in the year George was playing, because our show was literally the last show on this tour.
Yeah, because we saw the week before, I was over at my uncle's house, and we could see the freaking cattle trailers and horse trailers at the hotel. It's like, oh shit. And we talked to our Uber driver. Oh yeah, the National Rodeo's next week. Is like, do Larry and Sherry know that?
I mean, I did.
You know what the shitty thing is? There's some guy out there who a year ago went, the rodeo and George Strait's on the same weekend. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, and actually, it's funny.
Honey, we're going on our 3rd honeymoon.
It's funny you say that, because the plane that I caught to come home from Idaho left Las Vegas to come to Idaho, and I'm looking at all these people going,
Where the fuck
did all these cowboys and cowgirls come from? And now it makes absolute sense.
How do you get a horse into checked baggage? That's impressive.
Shit.
You got to fold it just right. No, man, that was one of the things, people watching. If you people watch, Vegas is great for that. We get out of the cab after George Strait and at the valet section of Harrah's. We had to go through the lobby of Harrah's, hang a right, and then a breezeway through to our hotel. We were staying at the Best Western on the Strip. Same rooms as Harrah's, half the price, by the way, which all you're doing is sleeping there anyway, so who cares? So we are navigating the lobby of Harrah's, and I am somewhat steering Miss Daisy. Not really. She's motoring along pretty well under her own power. And I look ahead, and here's this guy coming towards me, probably about 30 years old, definitely an NFR cowboy. Mm-hmm. Tall, skinny kid, probably 6'3", 6'4", and he is dragging his girl. He's got his arm around her back, and he's on her right side, and he's got his hand underneath, comes under her left arm, and basically has a hold of her left shoulder so he can steer her, and her feet are dragging. She's taking a step about every 5 of his steps.
Oof.
She's trying to hold her top up, and her Wranglers are unbuttoned. And she is just blottoed. And I'm thinking, and they were coming from the side where of the valet entrance where the little hotel buses dropped off. So here they are. They're coming from the concert. And I'm thinking, you spent a grip of money on tickets, because I know what we spent on tickets. And she ain't going to remember a damn thing in that concert. I'm like, wow. So, that's one of the joys of going to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, is seeing that type of thing.
Indeed.
We have any final thoughts on what we're smoking, guys?
We got cigar news still. I didn't expect us to do a 30-minute expose on Vegas.
Oh.
So
Do we have fan mail still, or are we done?
Did
with
that
fan
already.
Mail? No, I was saying, do we have any more?
No.
All right, well, let's jump to the cigar news.
I'm going to save the second one for Scott after this one because Scott, will just die. J.C. Newman ships the El Riolo collection, a 2024 TAA exclusive. It is a beautiful box. Gorilla can pull the pictures. There's lots of them. It's a 10-count box, luxury box from J.C. Newman's iconic El Riolo factory there in Tampa. There are 500 boxes being shipped to 51 TAA member, which an MSRP of $240 a box. They contain 10 different cigars. So let me get down to, I thought I put that in there. Did I fuck that one up? No, I didn't. Okay. They contain 2 of the American Toro 2 Angel Cucelo Rosados, 2 in Toro, 2 Leroy Neiman Collection Edition 2024s, 2 Angel Cruzados Shade Toros, which are the first release, and 2 Tampa Smokers first release. The box is beautiful. It's a collection that if you are a fan of J.C. Newman, you probably should look at finding. But let's talk even better for Mr. Robinson. Congratulations. Plasencia has unveiled its new El Año de la Cubera tribute to the Year of the Snake. It is a beautiful box. This is the 5th limited edition cigar for the Chinese New Year collection. This limited edition offering is presented in a 10-count box featuring 8 Lanceros and 1 Cubra, comprised of 2 intertwined cigars. That's where they braid them together. It's really beautiful. There's a total of 6,000 boxes being made in the 2025 edition. 3,000 have been allocated to U.S. markets. It is a Nicaraguan Puro that captivates with its bold intensity and intricate complexity from its very first draw. It's 8 Lanceros, obviously 700, 7x40, which is not a true Lancero, but nonetheless, $49 each. The 2-set Cuba, and I'm butchering that, so sorry.
We're well aware.
It's $98 for that one. MSRP for the box is $490 for the 10 cigars. They should have shipped at the beginning of this month, so this show comes out at the end of the month, so that's where they're at. Get out there and find them if you can. I checked out our local Plasencia dealer before I flew to Idaho. She didn't have them yet. I don't know if she's getting them, but
Okay.
at $50 a stick, I'm kind of like, But nonetheless, that is the cigar news this week. In case you all are wondering, we're in the downtime for the cigar manufacturers, so I'm not getting the emails and the press releases that I usually get. Another note for cigar news, tune in to the next show that comes out after this one. We will be graced by the presence of the wonderful Brandon Overson from Apostate. We'll talk the new Moroni's Trumpet, we'll talk the new Endowment, and we'll talk something else that he's got cooking that he hasn't even told me yet. So we shall see. More to be revealed, and you'll have to check out the next show.
Very nice. Very nice.
Other than that, Larry, what you were talking final thoughts?
Yeah. So because I smoke slower than everybody else, we're all about the same point on this stick. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I mean, this is fantastic. I really want to get my hands on other cigars in the lineup. I want to go and just get like 2 or 3 of each one that are in that display over at Las Vegas Cigar Outlet, because if this is just a sample of what they've got, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to smoking some more of the stuff that I got from his shop line, house line, personal line, whatever we're calling it.
Right.
Still, just smooth draw, great taste. Yeah, definitely a winner right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's been said a lot on this program, but the sheer volume of smoke that I get per puff. I've been watching Gorilla through the episode, and the amount of smoke he's getting, it's so well constructed, so well balanced. The flavor profile is absolutely perfect. It's not even what I would expect for its flavor profile. It's a great cigar. And do you happen to remember, Larry, approximately what the price point was?
Honestly, I have no idea, because this was basically an afterthought on Roger's part. I was checking out, and we were talking about the podcast and the fact that Scott had been there the week before, and he just asked me, he goes, "If I give you a cigar, would you review it on the pod and tell me what you thought on the podcast?" I'm like, absolutely. So I have no idea what the price point is on this. I will email him and find out what it's at, and hopefully, Gorilla can throw that up, on the screen at when the recording comes out. But yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I don't want to misquote, but I think they're pretty reasonably priced. We're talking between $9 and $13 a stick.
Yeah. Now on the bigger ring gauges, I think they might be a little more. I got a couple of the Habanos and a couple. I'm trying to think what. I know I got 2 of the Habanos in the big 70 ring gauge. I smoked one of those on the way home, and that was amazing. And if I remember right, those were $16, $18 a stick. I'll have to look. I meant to bring my receipt with me, and somehow the receipt is no longer in the bag, so I'm not sure what I did with that. So I'll have to go through and find that. But
I mean, look at the recording studio. We have a fog of haze in here from Four Cigars. It's freaking awesome.
yeah, no, this is amazing.
Sure.
This is what I look for.
Yes.
This is one of the main reasons I like to smoke larger ring gauge cigars, because I want that volume of smoke, and this has hit that mark better than just about anything I've smoked probably in the last 6 months. So again, Roger, thank you so much.
Big thank you to you, Roger.
Excellent cigar.
You weren't kidding. We have like a weather system. In
Yes,
here.
we do.
We have a fog bank moving in.
Yeah. Airplanes are
Diverting.
Diverting their course because of this. Again, Las Vegas Cigar Outlet, 1560 East Sahara Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada. If you're in the neighborhood, please stop by and check them out. You will not be disappointed.
Yes. Now, being that this is a Christmas show, just real quick, how's everyone's Christmas? I'm having a fantastic Christmas. I just wanted to share that.
I'm going to a
you
Christmas
guys?
party this afternoon. I got to go home and bake jalapeno poppers.
Good man.
Bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers.
Jalapeno poopers. Huh?
Jalapeno poopers. Yep.
Yay.
Nice. No, man, Christmas is happening. I mean, I brought
happening.
the
It's
150.
upon you.
I brought the 154 storage tubs. Oh, Christmas, up from the storage area, and Miss Daisy is going through those, I'm sure, as we speak. Tree is up.
Yes, as is ours.
And I believe, unless a massive weather system comes in today, please, massive weather system, I will be putting outside lights on the domicile. That is my responsibility for Christmas, is delivery of containers and exterior lighting. So that's what I'm required to do.
Yeah, we kind of suck this year. We didn't do outside lights, and Sue has a cold, so she's talking about trying to get out there today. I'm like, no, you're staying inside. and I just don't want to.
No. If you're gonna, I'll bring Gorilla Cam over and I'll film. Nice smoke ring, Gorilla.
Thank you.
I'll bring the Gorilla Cam over and I'll film you on the ladder up on that second story. So
I don't get on ladders. You understand? I don't get on ladders anymore.
Oh, I know.
No.
But
we got the inside done. We've got the tree up. It's Hondo's first Christmas. He has not destroyed the tree. He hasn't fucked with the tree.
He hasn't peed on the tree.
Nope. He's great. He's doing just fine this Christmas.
So I got to show you guys this video here, and I will get it over to Gorilla. I was in Idaho last weekend for my birthday, and it was also Gorilla's birthday, so happy birthday, Gorilla.
Happy birthday, Gorilla and Greg.
Brown has, I'll send the video to Gorilla, but Brown has a Christmas tree that revolves, and you can change the light pattern via an app. It is cool as shit. It's also bright as shit, too.
Creepy as shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
But yeah, it
Why
was
does it
pretty
spin?
awesome. It spins. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, but it does.
I mean, I have like the happy little remote control that, we do different lights with on our tree, but I never thought of a spinning tree.
Is it continuously rotating one direction, or does it have to oscillate?
No, it continually rotates around.
Okay.
It's weird.
Mr. Brown, here's what you do. You get a bunch of white ornaments and some black paint. You paint a pupil on each of those ornaments, and you hang them all over the tree. You create a biblically accurate Christmas tree and that just rotates. Be not afraid, mortals. No? Kind of like a Halloween Christmas tree.
Oh, we're getting a fucking email, I guarantee you now.
Jesus Christ.
I have 2 words. The fuck?
You clearly have not seen a biblically accurate angel, then.
No, I have not.
Ooh. There's a reason they have to open up their communications with mortals with "Be not afraid."
Oh, this took us fucking turn, didn't it?
I was having a
I'm
great
sorry,
Christmas up to this point.
Everyone who knows what a biblically accurate angel looks like is going, no, Gorilla has a point.
I'm not a monster this
Hey,
year.
for the 3 of you that know what the Gorilla's talking about, fuck you.
Say you do realize that Brown is a chaplain and very well
then
versed.
he'll know exactly what I'm talking.
Like I said, we're getting.
Will and I are on the same page.
Yeah, all
we're
in
getting
one
an email.
person. The hell?
It's a good thing I was talking to that motherfucker then, huh? Hey, the other 200 people listening, this doesn't concern you. I'm talking to Will.
Charitable, you think 200 people are listening, but
That's
okay.
about average
That's
now.
about average. Yeah.
Moving
Moving back to Christmas.
121 now.
Yeah.
Sorry to the 79 biblically accurate angels that left the podcast. Sorry.
No, our tree. So our tree's up. It's decorated. By the way, if you all noticed, some of you did. I put out a post about show us your favorite Christmas decoration. Obviously, Scott's is here. The judgmental Christmas bear has graced us with his presence, even though we need to do a fundraiser to get him restored because he's looking a little haphazard there.
Yeah, it's kind of his
I
glitter's
wore,
missing.
I wore my new favorite
And he's
Christmas.
bleeding.
That's red soap,
That's soap.
jackass.
Yeah, I know. But
yeah, we need to get a little glue and glitter and maybe spray paint him, a little more detail. He's losing kind of his flakes, but damn it, he is the judgmental Christmas bear soap dispenser. He will live on forever.
But I want
as I drop it in.
Yeah, as he falls
Yeah.
off the front of the table onto the concrete.
You know how horrible that would be? Don't even put that into the universe, man.
Then back that thing up about 4 inches, would you? There
Well,
we go.
I put up a post on Facebook and
4 inches.
Instagram. Wow, for
You got a ruler right there, man. I mean, what are you doing?
for our listeners to post a picture of their favorite Christmas ornament or decoration or something like that. Thank you to the one person who followed instructions, Mr. Brown. Thank you. Anthony will be able to put a couple of pictures that I have taken of my favorite and Will's favorite on in this segment. And other than that, Merry Christmas, everyone.
I'll send a picture, jackass.
And by the way, one of the great things about this Christmas season, all of the classic Christmas specials are on network.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay for them. I don't have to pay the mouse. I don't have to pay Apple. They are on network TV. In a way, I am paying for it because I have direct, but still.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. And I've caught like Santa Claus is coming to town, Frosty.
The Year Without a Santa Claus was on a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
The Grinch, the cartoon version, not the shitty versions they've made after that.
Thank you for
Don't shit on Jim Carrey's Grinch. That man suffered for art.
I know he
And I
suffered
want you
for
to-
art, however.
You know that was directed by Ron Howard?
No.
Lil Opie directed the Jim Carrey Grinch
He
movie.
should be ashamed. But
Fuck you.
I am
Fuck
not-
you. I thought I had enough excuse to cut Jim Carrey Grinch in because he was wearing that. All the Jim Carrey Grinch clips are coming now. Fuck it. Here's the entire Grinch movie. Enjoy.
Hey, I have enjoyed Christmas specials all this Christmas season. Hell, I even watched fucking Elf.
Oh, God, why?
Why not?
I will do Jim Carrey's
Oh.
Grinch before Elf every day of the
Absolutely.
week.
I agree
no.
with Larry.
No, I enjoy Elf. I watched a double feature of Home Alone and Home Alone 2 last night. I am definitely in the Christmas spirit this season. I don't know what it is.
I
but-
know I'm the
Ankle
youngest person.
monitor?
I know I'm the youngest person here, but there was there's a thing happening this year for Christmas that made me feel very old. I know it's not the best animated movie, and they all look soulless and lifeless. The Polar Express is 20 years old this year, and that makes me feel old.
Wow.
Because
Ugh,
it was my
yeah.
favorite Christmas movie as a kid. Because it had a big fucking train in it. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Oh,
Hey,
I'll
rewatch.
even say, hold on. I'll even say, you know what movie I sat back and watched this season to prove that I am not a monster?
Here we go.
All of them.
I sat back with no judgment, no criticism, no anger. I sat back and watched It's a Wonderful Life.
Is this when you were high after the last dentist?
Yeah, probably.
It was, huh?
Wasn't it?
Possibly,
Yeah.
but it was actually kind of nice looking watching Jimmy Stewart. It was good.
Well,
I
he is
wasn't
one of the
angry.
great American actors.
He's a national treasure, but I wasn't angry. I wasn't sitting there saying that the poor guy was getting fucked. I was just kind of like just enjoying the movie for the movie.
See, you
Where's
had-
the money? Where's
had-
my fucking money? He doesn't say that. But
you haven't experienced Christmas until you're sitting in the living room with your two grandchildren watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
oh yeah, they were watching all the Rankin Bass.
And you,
Yes.
and your wife points out to your 5-year-old grandson that you look like Yukon Cornelius.
but you do.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, since we're on the Christmas subject, I saw a commercial on Facebook yesterday, in fact. This little kid walks up to Alexa and goes, "Alexa, do reindeer fly?" And before Dad can scramble out of his chair to unplug the bitch, she goes, "No, reindeer do not fly." And the kid turns and goes, "Santa's not real." And I about lost it. It was hilarious.
This is what happens when one has too much information.
Yes.
Now, although I'm not a monster, I was not a monster this Christmas. If you listen back to, was it last year or the
2
year
years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, I was kind of a monster. I was a little grumpy. I don't know. But this year, not so much. But even so, when I watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Employment helps, right?
it does. Wow. It does. But again,
Fuck you. I wish a bunch of my friends would bring me a big basket of money. God damn it.
yeah,
Fucking asshole.
to Scott Robinson, the richest man in town. Wasn't singing that 2 years ago. But no, the theme of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I still contend. Everyone treats you like shit until they need something. I would have loved like a altered version of it, an adult version, when Santa said, "Oh, well, Rudolph, you can lead the sleigh." And Rudolph says,
Fuck you,
"Suck
Santa."
on these nuts."
I got an antler for you, buddy.
Everybody's just asked out. What have we learned, Santa?
Well, I will say this, and I've said it on this episode before. It is not Christmas time until Alan Rickman falls off of Nakatomi Plaza.
Amen. Everybody's going to the Nakatomi Christmas party December 24th.
Yeah, here we go. All right, we got anything else, ladies and germs?
Nope.
Gorilla gets to be the cool uncle this year. I'm very excited about
Oh,
it.
do you?
Yes, went down to the one and only model train shop in the entirety of Northern California, I've come to learn.
Which one?
The Roseville one there on Vernon Street.
Oh, Roseville Hobbies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was there during the heyday. Remember the one that was on? Was it not Marconi? It was Bruce's Train Shop. Shit, what is it? There's Marconi, and then the one before it, over by that Trader Joe's, they had that huge train shop. That was fantastic.
I was worried because every time I drive by there, it looks like it's not busy at all, and I'm like, fuck, they're probably getting hosed by because like. I almost did it. I almost ordered what I went and bought there on, not Amazon. I wouldn't stoop quite that low for something like this, but either from Bachman or Lionel or one of Walters.
Yeah, Walters.
One of the big houses. But I was so glad I was the only person in there when I walked in. I'm like, oh fuck. It's like there's like 5 old dudes at the counter talking, and it's just me in there, and I'm like, fuck. But then the weather broke, and by the time I leave, there were no joke 25 people in there.
That's great.
Not just families who like, we're going to look at the trains to me, like people actually buying like a couple $100 worth of shit. So
that's
God
a
bless.
loss. That's a lost thing. I mean, if I had time, I would love to like, go back into model trains because that was so much fun.
I don't get me started. I definitely did not make a shopping list in my head and then tucked it away in a corner of sadness in my mind.
You're saving yourself money, Anthony. You Gorilla,
I know, but
it's worse than a dope habit. I've been there, man.
I know. But
The dope habit?
the reason I was in there, that's what the trains, his little model trains weren't carrying coal, they were carrying cocaine. Just little piles of cocaine and little gondola hoppers.
I am not the Sinaloa cartel, man. What the fuck?
Okay, hang on. The
they're
Sinaloa
great. They're
cartel
nice
model railroad would actually be funny as fuck. You have little model little model factories where they're processing the shit. Little model airstrip. It's great.
They're great trains.
They're great chains.
They're the best trains
Little
ever.
trap houses.
No, I went down there and I paid probably $30 or $40 more than I would have online.
But that's okay. It's a local business.
But then not really because shipping. Someone, Theodore, is going to be getting the stereotypical Bachmann Easy Track oval engine and 4 rail cars because we pulled out when they were staying over at the grandparents one evening. I pulled my old set out, and this was kind of the test of these are old. I didn't pay a whole lot of money for all this. It's been sitting in the garage. If they break, they break. I'm not going to panic about it, but let's see. Can Ted differentiate between a toy and a toy? Because there's smash them together toys, and then there's this is in his mind a toy, but it's a little different. He did a good job, and I'm confident that with adult supervision, he will not just throw this off the side of the,
Yeah, have fun, Grandpa.
No, not a grandpa. I've already taken on the responsibility and checked with his parents that either his parents are okay with this gift, and if it needed to be, it could stay at Uncle's house and be when he's visiting at Grandma and Grandpa's house toy. But yeah, Ted's getting his first train set courtesy of Uncle, and I'm very excited.
How big a oval does this make?
The measurements are on the box. It's your standard, like it's smaller than the one we had set up because I had 2 sets of track. So this is probably half that size of an oval. Okay. So, yeah, nothing crazy.
Greatest thing ever. Train set. I mean, that's just, wow. That makes me, you know what? That makes me feel good.
Know.
Thank you, Gorilla. That makes me feel good inside. See, I have great feelings this Christmas. I don't know what it is, if it's the drugs or what.
And then I spent an extra $150 and got him the Lionel set that goes with it that has the missile launchers. And no, I'm kidding. No. You didn't know they made like a Cold War set that launches an ICBM?
God damn! Why was I not notified of this?
No, back in the Cold War, they're like, shit, we're getting out. The trains are getting beaten by the space race. How do we do it? Make the train launch a missile.
Well,
and they
did. That would be more Russian. Our nuclear triad, it doesn't have moving trains.
Lionel made a set where when you hit a button, because Lionel's the company that has all the moving crazy shit that you plug in with it.
Oh yeah.
You park the train over a section of track that had one of the like magnetic actuators that would activate whatever was inside the car. You hit the button, the sides of the car fling off, and a fucking Titan missile props up and goes, pew!
Scott just now needs a train.
I'll cut video in of it. It's wild.
Holy shit!
That's also when they made the set that was all like powder blue and powder pink pastel colors because they're like, we're not selling enough trains. Get the girls a train. The women want a train. Literally, they did that. They built like a pink pastel train for girls because clearly that's how you get girls in trains. Just make it pink.
Well, I can't wait till you guys come to the
Look at
house.
Scott, man. Scott, search for ICBM train.
Oh, so the FBI is going to be watching him now.
I am texting my fucking wife. I said, I know what I want for Christmas. Hey, 24 hours ago, we were talking about gifts, and she's like, well, I don't know. I'm not getting you anything for Christmas. And I told her,
We've
I don't
already
need
done
anything.
this before, you know.
I don't need anything for Christmas. Don't worry about me for Christmas. I retract that statement. I need a missile launching train. I am on my way to being a fucking Bond villain. This is awesome. I will build that fucker. Hell yes. My Christmas has gotten even greater. By the way, I had an idea, gentlemen. They have not given me the appropriate amount of shit for what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks.
No, I was waiting for Brandon to join us before we bring that up.
Okay, should I wait until...
Yeah, let's wait a week.
Wait.
Let's wait a week for that.
Well, it'll be 2 weeks, my friend.
Let's just wait.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold that thought. So back to trains for a second here.
Well, hold on. I want to hear what Lawrence has to say.
We need to wrap this up, man, because I'm a bourbon and a whole coffee in, and we either need to finish this up or, you know.
You need to break the news to Sherry that you're not going to be able to put lights up. and you're gonna
fuck
be in
no.
trouble.
You guys you're going to get me killed, man. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah, I got a roast to cook or I'm going to be in trouble with 2 people.
So real quick, I can't wait for you guys to come over. I have finished my Lego reproduction of the 440 Big Boy.
Oh shit! I forgot you got that.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, speaking of
How
which.
big is it?
About 2.5 feet.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Okay, yeah, I got to send
How
my
much
youngest.
was that set?
$70.
That's
Really?
not bad. For a
Where'd you
Lego
get it?
set. That's
It's
actually
not
bad.
Legos. It's an off-brand, but they're identical to Lego, and it's freaking really. I'll send you guys pictures, and when I can find somebody with a Lazy Susan, I'll do a quick video for the podcast, a future podcast. But it was really cool. It was well worth the money, and the adult sets, as Scott and I and Larry were discussing at the last get together at the shop. The adult sets are really cool and they're really fun.
Well, yeah, I'm giving my youngest Notre Dame this year.
Oh,
So
that'd be a great one.
I am
With or
going-
without the fire.
Jesus, man! And they say I'm a monster.
I saw one at a yard sale that was a Formula One car that was probably 3 feet long,
Yeah.
and I mean that was pretty cool. I was into models when I was younger, and I would probably do that again, except I don't have a place I want to,
That's
an area I want to
it's
dedicate.
display
No,
area.
No, I don't have an area I want to dedicate to putting the thing together.
Because you need to. Yeah, from the little. 'Cause I had 1 or 2 models when I was like 12. That's not a clear the table and build it and then put the table. You need a spot where you can set it and leave it and then come back.
Well,
to
you
it.
have to do it in stages to
Yeah.
get everything glued up. I have one somewhere tucked away. I bought a model for a friend of mine's son. He raced with Anthony in quarter midgets probably 18, 20 years ago or more. That was a old 60s sprint car, but it was a metal model.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
And I found it over in West Roseville at a little store that's not even there anymore. I don't remember the name of it. But I also bought a metal model of a 32 Ford Roadster.
Wow.
And I've never even opened the box. I've had it probably 20 years, and I've never opened the box. I can tell you right now exactly where the box is.
What are you going to do with it?
I have a suggestion.
At some point, I want to build it, but it was so cool, and it was like $25. I mean, I think I spent less than $60 for these 2 models, and it was just one of those things like, that is so cool. I want to build that. I have no idea when I'm going to have time to do that. But
Yeah.
I'm not not buying this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I do with a lot of shit. I will send Gorilla a picture of the of my latest vehicle purchase, which I don't even know if you guys know. We are. I have the Gorilla's got that look. Old Ford trucks. I'm a Ford truck guy. Miss Daisy has a 60 Ford that we're in the middle of putting power steering on. I have a 62 step side. I now have a 65 step side. We have a 61 utility bed, and I recently purchased a 1965 F500 fuel truck.
Yes, that's the one you were talking about the other day.
I was about to say, that's the last one I remember you buying.
Yeah.
Is there another one?
Well, if it wasn't in Alabama, there was a guy on one of the old Ford truck pages that I'm on Facebook, running, driving, stopping. I mean, the guy drives it, uses it. 1964. I don't know how to accurately describe this, and I don't have a picture of it to show. The Gorilla could put it up. It is a angle ramp truck. So it has a angled bed.
Yeah.
There's toolboxes under the front side right behind the cab and a winch. It's basically a tow truck. It's a flatbed tow truck.
Okay.
But it doesn't tilt back like the new tow
just
trucks.
on a
today.
ramp.
It's just a ramp bed,
That
ramp
you
truck.
lash it to. Okay.
And runs, drive, stops. It's in Alabama. The guy wants $5,000 for it. The problem is it would cost me $5,000 to get it shipped out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I still want my lowrider, so I mean that would have been my next car, but it isn't exactly practical.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. You were this close to getting a radio-controlled lowrider until I saw what they fucking wanted for it.
Yeah, no shit.
And I'm like, I mean, I'd have dropped 100.5.
Oh man, nah, man, I wouldn't expect. Nah, man, you ain't got to do that.
No. This thing was so fucking cool. I would have dropped 100.5. I would not drop 6.5 because and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, okay, man, if this is under $200, I can do this. Blah blah blah. Because I mean, this thing, it goes. It's
it's got the switches.
Everything, man. And it's a '64 Impala convertible.
I'm still. I was
6.5,
fighting with myself,
bro. I was like, oh,
brother,
God, I can't do it.
I was fighting with myself on Facebook Marketplace, and of course, Tiny Wife. A lot of the time, she's right. I hope she's not listening to this podcast because her head will get big. It's not exactly practical, but I could just see myself rolling through Roseville and Loomis. Nice sound system. Put about 5,000 into it. Rolling down the street. Oh,
In my 6.4.
yes.
Now, see, I'm not that crazy. I mean, I'll take a '79 Monte Carlo.
That would be cool too, but just a convertible Impala, that motherfucker sitting in front of my house, just the ultimate in badassery.
You definitely have to clean your garage out because that would have to go inside during the winter.
Nah, just put a car cover on it. But
Negative Ghost Rider.
it won't fit in the fucking garage.
Hey, man, hand me your lighter.
But,
The only downside to this new lighter that we both got from...
I think we should do a review on the next show, Larry.
it's a great lighter, except it only holds...
A thimble.
A 16th of a gram of fuel at a time. So 7 lights, and you got to put fuel in a goddamn thing. Other than that, and Roger, Cigar Outlet, I want to apologize. I probably should have warned you from the get-go that this is our typical podcast. Again, fabulous cigar.
Dude, it's awesome.
Thank you so much. This is how we normally act.
I hope he was not expecting Masterpiece Theater.
Well, I honestly, I don't know what he was
He
expecting.
met you and Larry. I don't think he was.
Wow, that was kind of a shot.
Wow.
Fucking gorilla. That's my kid, by the way.
Yeah, I have an idea for an off show, but we'll talk about it later. But I had an idea. This will make Greg happy. Think Clarkson.
Okay.
If we can get the camera set up for the outside and an inside and just do a segment and edit it together, it'll be like your person. You will
trust
be
me,
able-
we could do it.
You will be able to produce your own segment of Top Gear.
Let's do it.
Oh, fuck me. All right, folks. Let's wrap this thing up.
All right, Gorilla, take me home, baby. All right, this wonderful cigar is getting close to the nub. I'm not drinking scotch. I'm drinking whiskey, and it's getting damn near empty. You need some more?
Negative, Joe Schrader.
Well, I guess that means it's about that time. Hey, thank you for joining us this holiday season on behalf of the Gorilla and Greg and Larry. Thank you for listening. Check us out at LumaCigarCartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Don't be a stranger. Reach out to us at info@LumasCigarCartel.com. Let us know you're out there. I'm Scott Robinson. And again, on behalf of all of us, we look forward to chatting with you on the next episode. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Boxing Day, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. Enjoy. It makes the world go round. Stay healthy and safe, and good smoke, good drink, and good life. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Dude, I want more of these cigars.
Mm-hmm.
These are fucking amazing.